Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. How are you? How are you doing? Me? Well, I'm a little miffed, but that's okay. You're going to be joining me in a second. Misery loves company, especially if you're in the market for a brand new Rolex. Trigger warning, the following video, if you have a sense of Rolex injustice when it comes to flippers in the gray market, well, you might want to bow out of this one. You might want to check out some cat videos. This comment, and check out the description of this video, you can read it for yourself, comes from AnakChan. AnakChan, thank you for the comment. AnakChan lives in Japan, and he wrote, "Good topic and most applicable to me today. I visited 10 Rolex ADs from Mitsukoshimae, Nihonbashi, Tokyo, Ginza, Roppongi, Shibuya to Shinjuku, and so saw only Milgauss, one Milgauss, 2 Yachtmasters, one was two-tone, a white gold Yachtmaster 2, and the most exciting, although not my taste, was an all-gold sub with blue dial and bezel." So basically, all two-tone precious metal models except for that one Milgauss. The rest were the regular DayDates 36, DayDates 41, two-tones, Sky Dwellers. I'm assuming not a steel Sky Dweller, probably a two-toner, all gold. DayDates, etc. I also popped by Nakano to sell off some non-Rolex watches which had been in my possession for the past 17 to 19 years. I don't own a Rolex and was hoping to purchase my first. Whilst waiting for an assessment of my watches, this guy rocks up with 2 paper bags of 6 Rolexes of the popular sports models. I have to say I was curious what he had, but my blood was also boiling as he probably hit the stores just before me. Now I may understand, he says, now I may understand a one-off BLNR, BLRO owner making a quick buck. But 6 Rolexes? Yes, it's probably his livelihood. Doesn't change my feelings. Sorry to further add, if one has to buy any Rolex to develop a relationship while they're with their AD to get priority for the actual models they want, that's basically creating a membership. So I do believe at least the ADs are making calculated moves there. Okay, that's kind of a separate point. Wow. All right, so here he is. Let me just go through the thread. I said, basically, I asked him, what store was it? And he said, this was Time Zone. It was at least one black Explorer 2 current model. Didn't see the rest, but I highly doubt if there were any of the normal DayDates 36s. No, there weren't. No DayDates in that bunch. No two-tones, no pre-ceramics. Can't make money from those. Seems the guy's a regular too, as the shop sales knew him. Wow. All right, so this gentleman, AnakChan, witnessed a flipper waltz in with 6 Rolexes. We can only guess what he has. We know he had a one of these things. What is it called? Explorer 2, black dial, 42 millimeter. He could have had, hey, your guess is as good as mine, but obviously he's been doing this, and this could be a regular source of income. Now, the shop staff knew him. What can we say? Well, look, it's kind of an interesting thing to think about how much money this guy stands to make. Okay, so he waltzed in with 6 Rolexes, and I think he could probably get anywhere from $2,000 for the not so popular all steel sports models like that Explorer 2, all the way up to maybe $7,000 for something like the BLRO, maybe more, probably more. The Batgirl, probably more. That's not even hardly out yet. So if you manage to find one of those, I'm thinking maybe 8 or 9. So if we average it and say $5,000 per watch, he waltzed out of there with $30,000 in cash. Now let's just be conservative. Let's knock that down to 20. $20,000 in cash. This very well could be his full-time job and a very lucrative one. If he manages to do this once a month, you do the math, right? What kind of yearly income is he pulling in? Now, this is a very interesting situation, and it's anecdotal. See, of course, you have to take it with a grain of salt, but assuming it's true, it paints a very interesting picture of the situation here in Japan. Now, they don't have lists here in Japan. They just put models out. And so it looks as if this guy hits the stores early and does exactly what AnakChan was doing, but a little earlier, and getting those pieces. And my reaction is that if I were working at the AD, if I were the manager, then I would cut the guy off, because he likely does this on a regular basis. Maybe he does this every day, but I don't know if the AD can do that. See, rules are like a thing here in Japan, and they're quite adhered to. And so if the rule is we stick out our models and we don't keep them and we don't save them for good customers, and this is what I've been told, they put them out, then this can happen. This can happen. And I can see an AD knowing this guy, despising this guy, but saying, what can we do? We just have a rule that we put them out, and that's the way it goes. And this guy is beating the system. Now, this does sort of irritate me, because it goes against my sense of injustice. I'm sure some people will weigh in and say, hey, that's capitalism. Welcome to capitalism. Hey, he's smart. He does what he has to do, and he gets up, and good for him. Yeah, true. He's not doing anything illegal. But this gentleman could single-handedly be cleaning out all of these models, these hot models in Tokyo. And that kind of rubs me the wrong way. There are people that actually want them. And I'm with AnakChan here. One here, one there, that's fine, but 6. Now, we don't know if he took months to get these 6 together, but it feels to me like maybe he just got them all that one day. I don't know. I'm not sure. How often does he do this? Was this like a windfall for him? I don't know. The shop staff knew him, so apparently he does this a lot. How often is he able to do this? Once a month? I mean, that's just speculation and sort of an interesting thought experiment. I have to say that I think because there is no list, and because I've been told that they just put them out here in Japan, the ADs, it lends itself to this weird scenario. This is probably one of the hardest countries to get, say, a ceramic model, a GMT, one of those all-steel sports models, because you have to do it like this guy does, and that means probably getting up really early, hitting the store right when it opens. I don't know if they put them out after it opens. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're going to start. Now, one thing they could do if they wanted to really foil this guy, they could wait for him to come in, and then they could put out the models when he leaves. But look, this could be one guy. This could be a group of guys. I don't know. But it paints a very interesting picture. And it's interesting because, in a sense, Japan is really fair. They put them out, and if you come and you get it, you get it. First come, first serve. Whereas, in a way, if they've got a list and they're catering to other more established customers that buy their crappy jewelry, well, that's not really fair. I mean, it's good for business, right? But it's not really fair to the other customer that doesn't want any crappy jewelry for his wife. He just wants to go in and buy a BLRO or a BLNR. So, in a way, as bad as the system here in Japan is, it does seem to be fair. But that fairness, again, lends itself to people like this. Hey, 2 people can play this game, and am I going to start getting up early? Well, look, I'm kind of interested. And when I do have a little bit of time, I may do the same thing and see what I see. And who knows, this could be an interesting experiment that ends with a flippable watch. And looks like this guy needs some competition. 6 watches. Anyway, let me know what you think. Does this irritate you? Does it instill within you a sense of injustice? It kind of does with me, but the guy's working the system and he's clever and I shouldn't be mad. Maybe I'm just jealous. Maybe that's what it is. All right. Well, hey, don't be jealous. Get up early and get out there. Get on the train, Austin. All right. What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments. Thanks again, AnakChan, for this awesome comment. Very thought-provoking. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.